Before iPads, before social media, before streaming took over our lives, there was something magical about holding a book that smelled like adventure. If you were a 90s kid, you remember the Scholastic Book Fair rolling into your school gym like Christmas morning, that crinkly plastic book order catalog, and saving up your allowance just to grab the newest Goosebumps or Animorphs. These were the stories that shaped us. Tales of courage, curiosity, and imagination that made after-school hours feel like a new world waiting to unfold. Today, we returning the page back in time to the beloved childhood books that defined being a 90s kid. 1. Goosebumps, R.L. Stine. It's impossible to talk about 90s reading without Goosebumps. These books were everywhere, on desks, in backpacks, under pillows for late-night reading with a flashlight. R.L. Stine gave us just the right amount of fright. From The Haunted Mask to Night of the Living Dummy, his stories made horror feel fun, like a secret thrill between you and your friends. And let's not forget that iconic tagline, "Reader beware, you're in for a scare." Goosebumps wasn't just a series, it was a movement. The TV show, the neon green slime, the holographic covers, they were 90s culture in paperback form. 2. The Babysitters Club, Ann M. Martin. Before we had group chats and Google Calendar, there was the Babysitters Club. This series taught us friendship, responsibility, and independence, all through the lens of Christy, Claudia, Mary Ann, Stacy, and Dawn. These girls were entrepreneurs, problem solvers, and the definition of cool. Whether you related to artsy Claudia or responsible Mary Ann, each book felt like hanging out with friends you truly knew. And those pastel covers and handwritten club notes, pure 90s stationery goals. 3. Animorphs, K.A. Applegate. Few books captured the imagination of 90s kids like Animorphs. The morphing covers alone were legendary. You'd flip them back and forth just to watch the transformation happen. Behind the cool sci-fi premise, teenagers who could morph into animals, was a surprisingly deep story about war, trauma, and morality. It was intense, emotional, and surprisingly dark for a kids' series, and we loved every minute of it. 4. Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling. Then came Harry Potter, and everything changed. For 90s kids, this wasn't just a story. It was a cultural awakening. Midnight release parties, MuggleNet fan sites, schoolyard debates about Hogwarts houses. It felt like being part of a secret society that the whole world shared. From the smell of those thick Scholastic hardcovers to the thrill of reading about Quidditch, Hogwarts wasn't just fiction, it was home. 5. Matilda, Roald Dahl. Every 90s classroom had at least one Matilda paperback with the cover half falling off. Matilda wasn't just a bookworm, she was us. The misunderstood kid who loved to read, outsmarted adults, and believed in magic. Between Miss Honey's kindness and Miss Trunchbull's terrifying glare, Dahl's story made us believe intelligence could be power, and kindness could be rebellion. 6. The Magic Treehouse, Mary Pope Osborne. Before time travel was on TV, we had The Magic Treehouse. Jack and Annie took us from dinosaurs to ancient Egypt, from pirates to space, all before dinner time. The series sparked curiosity and made history fun. For many of us, these were our first chapter books. They made reading feel like a secret adventure. 7. The Boxcar Children, Gertrude Chandler Warner. If you ever dreamed of running away and building your own world, The Boxcar Children was your fantasy. Living in a boxcar, solving mysteries, and making soup from scratch, it was independence with heart. These stories reminded 90s kids that imagination and resourcefulness could make any place feel like home. 8. The Giving Tree, Shel Silverstein. Some books don't need many words to change you, and The Giving Tree was one of them. We might not have understood it fully as kids, but as adults, its message of unconditional love and sacrifice hits deep. It's the book that taught 90s kids empathy, in just a few pages. 9. A Series of Unfortunate Events, Lemony Snicket. Somewhere between gothic mystery and dark comedy, A Series of Unfortunate Events gave us something new. A story that didn't talk down to kids. The Baudelaire orphans faced loss, mystery, and absurd villains. but always with wit and intelligence. It was the perfect series for kids growing up in the late 90s and early 2000s. Just weird enough to feel special, just dark enough to feel grown up. 10. Holes. Louis Sachar. And then there was Holes, the book that somehow made digging holes in the desert cool. Part mystery, part redemption story. Holes taught us about destiny, friendship, and breaking cycles. It was the kind of story you read once and never forgot. When the movie came out in the early 2000s, it was like watching your favorite summer reading assignment come to life. 11. The Little Prince. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. Even if it wasn't new to the 90s, The Little Prince found its way into every school reading list. Its dreamy simplicity and deep wisdom made it one of those books that grew up with us. As kids, it was about adventure. As adults, it's about understanding. From haunted masks to Hogwarts letters, these stories were the heartbeat of 90s childhood. They taught us how to dream, how to think, and how to care, all before smartphones and Wi-Fi took over. So here's to Goosebumps, Harry Potter, Matilda, Animorphs, and all the books that raised us. Which of these classics shaped your childhood? Drop your favorites in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more 90s nostalgia every week.